Eureka?
Hey. You're really campaigning for Bitch of the Year, aren't you?
I swear, one of these times you're gonna wake up in a coma.
If we can focus, keep discipline, and not have quite as many mysterious deaths, Sunnydale is gonna rule!
Hey, everybody. Hey, Scoobies. I lost my notes. One moment. Welcome to episode 43 of Girl Podcast, a Joss Whedon recap podcast that brings together Slayer, aficionados, and virgins as we watch and review all things Whedon. I'm Brandon Ellison.
I'm Jewel Rocket Rose.
And thank you guys so much for joining us. We are joined today, as always, by our stalwart producer, BJ Kramer. Hi, BJ.
Hello.
I'm upstairs
What
at
does
BJ's house.
stalwart mean?
And he's down, like,
Awesome, amazing, and just a generally perfect human being.
Oh,
Sure.
Roll with it, Brandon. Roll with it. Hashtag acceptance.
I am at BJ's house right now, upstairs, and he's downstairs, so that's fun. It's what you might call a crossover episode.
Downstairs, better stairs.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. And then Naomi is here. Hi, Naomi.
Hi.
Naomi is our social media guru. She's helping me get the new shows up and going.
she's the best.
She schedules things for us. She's just
Oh my God.
so
Everyone needs a Naomi, you guys.
so much.
Girl gang.
Will says that stalwart means just there. I didn't mean.
Oh, Will, fuck you.
So I would be remiss to bring up that we're recording our first episode since the election was decided. Yesterday, we found out that Joe Biden's the next president of the United States. And maybe when we listen to this in 4 years, we'll have different feelings. But for now, I'm feeling pretty good.
Right now, like if you can't hear my cheering vibrations, like I am legitimately excited about this. I can't wait. I love Kamala Harris, Brandon. I know you have your feelings. Whatever.
I don't care. I was just anyone I would have voted for that could have been Donald Trump. I did not vote
100%.
for Joe Biden. I voted against
anyone
Trump.
other than
Yes.
exactly right. But I also really like Kamala.
Fair
Brandon
enough.
would have voted for a compost heap instead.
Yeah.
I am wearing my celebratory tie-dye onesie. You know.
Is that your celebration gear?
Well, if I wear it all the time. But yes.
It's pretty fabulous.
You celebrate every day, don't you?
Let's go with that.
Okay.
So this week we are making up for the episode that we missed last weekend because Jewel was dying, and
Oh my God.
and
My
I
head
was
gonna
like,
explode.
I was in Wyoming working on some elections, some libertarian campaigns up in Wyoming, of which we won one. So we have the first libertarian state representative in 20 years. So
That's exciting.
yeah, it's the small victories in life. It doesn't feel like as much right now, but it's something.
I feel like we are victorious today. There was cheering. People are happy. I get it if you're not, but
I'm jazzed.
tough toodles. I didn't get my way last time.
I'm very jazzed. I have friends
And we
in
all
Albania.
know I love getting my way.
I have friends in Albania that sent me video of like people shooting off fireworks in Albania to celebrate the fact that Trump is out.
It's such a trip that it's like internationally being celebrated.
Isn't it weird that American politics affects the whole world?
I mean, who would have guessed?
Melissa's asking what episode we're on. Great question, Melissa. So
Really
this
good
week
question.
we are covering the Angel episode She, S-H-E, and the Buffy episode The Iron Team.
Yeah.
I just finished She like 2 minutes ago. So we'll see how this goes.
We'll see how long this takes. Are we going Angel first? We're
We're
doing
going Angel first because the Buffy episodes go together.
Do they?
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it was just an extension of the story, but whatever.
Well, I'm just doing it in the order that we're supposed to do it. And Will's asking if we can skip Angel. No, we cannot.
Yes,
because then we
Oh.
would
You
be.
and Will.
First of all, then we watched Angel for nothing, which is never acceptable. And secondly, then we don't get to talk about Bai-Ling and female genital mutilation.
In all seriousness, there's no way I'm going to have wasted 42 minutes watching Bai-Ling's boobs. Sorry. It's just, we're talking about it.
BJ's not wrong. I'm just saying.
So the episode She, Angel joins forces with Jahara, a demon princess who arrives in Los Angeles to save the enslaved women from her dimension.
Jahara.
Like you do. And The men of her land are fierce warriors who see their women as second class and want to control them by performing a sort of lobotomy when they come of age. There's a showdown at a health spa, as there often is, where Jaheira is keeping her fleeing followers. So to start off, this episode opens with Wesley drunk and dancing at a party at Cordelia's.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Priceless.
It's good stuff. It's quite funny.
Also, I must ask, David Paymer and his brother, what is their connection to the show? This is the second time they're mentioned, and I love it, but how many people even know who David Paymer is?
Who is David Paymer?
He's an actor. He's mostly a character actor. Did you see Get Shorty? He was the titular Shorty.
No, I prefer tall things.
If you look him up, you'll say, "Oh, that guy."
Oh, that guy.
I feel like we did this last time. We were like, "Oh yeah, that guy." Yeah.
I'm a fan, so I'm bringing it up again.
Alice
But
says
I have to look it up again.
Alice says she's not sure that Wesley was drunk. I don't know if it's established either way that he was drunk.
I thought Alice was talking about me.
No. The answer is yes.
We're never quite sure.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Me?
guy is it? Oh, that guy.
That guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And his brother is only slightly less famous.
That guy. What else has he been in? I feel like he was in that Jennifer Aniston Paul Rudd movie that also had Allison Janney in it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Up, but I don't care.
Oh, okay.
He was in Searching for Bobby Fischer.
Jesus.
City Slickers.
BJ's like, fuck you. We won the election. It's over now.
He was in
Nice
Payback.
gloves come off.
Oh,
He was in Ocean's 13 and Drag Me to Hell.
Okay, I've seen Ocean's 13, although I remember nothing about it.
I've seen Drag Me to Hell, and I don't
What does he have?
remember
200 credits or something? He's
he's
been
been
on a lot.
Typical character actor.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, let's just get over this trash episode of Angel and move on.
Okay, let's do it.
So Cordelia's friend asks Angel to dance with her, and he is not a good dancer. And
Wonderful.
And
Best
he
seen
decides,
Angel yet.
Yeah.
You think in his years he would have learned how?
He could
He's
probably walk.
1,000. He's 1,000 teen.
Not quite.
240.
Couple hundred.
75,064.
I have to relocate because my microphone is picking up BJ's voice, so I'm
Oh,
gonna
no.
walk and
Oh, really?
talk. Yeah.
I don't hear it, but
I know, but I do.
You know what? I can actually switch to a headset and talk really softly into the microphone. Okay, well, we lost Brandon, but then again.
Yes, the inmates get to take over the asylum today, guys.
Hey guys, why don't you talk about this Angel episode while I move some stuff and have a seat?
okay.
Because there is nothing to fucking say. This episode.
There is though, Jewel. As stupid as it was, the way that they went about it, you know what they were going for, though, right? They were going for the idea of controlling women's sexuality.
Yes. Okay. I saw that. I got
Which
it.
is
But I was
legit. I mean, that's a
through their
legit.
facts.
I mean, they weren't gonna do actual.
They weren't gonna do the
female
front,
genital
no.
mutilation. I'm just saying.
I feel like that would be aggressive. That would be an aggressive episode. This is already an
allowed
aggressive
on the network.
I
Yeah.
think
No,
brain
I-
mutilation is almost up there with genital mutilation.
I just think this episode was just every time I hear the Angel theme song, or honestly, anytime I hear a violin now, I get just
PTSD.
annoyed. I'm instantly annoyed.
Well, we get the return of Dennis. In this episode.
The return of who?
We get the return of Dennis in this episode.
He's not there. He's a ghost. He's not
Right,
even
but-
there.
Dennis is always there.
Dennis is not even a character. Dennis is a figment of his imagination.
No, Dennis is a
No,
ghost.
you don't understand how ghosts work. That's not right.
You know what?
Well, in real
I
life,
have
in
a
real
theory
life,
with ghosts. I've had a discussion with them. I've said to them, you know what? You stay out of my house. I'll stay out of yours. You stay out of my way. I stay out of yours. Let's just not acknowledge each other and move on with our existences. That is what we have decided. I also feel that way about sea life when I'm in the ocean.
What are
Which
those
is a much more logical thing.
Yes. So Angel opens the box. He finds a box. I don't remember what the hell I'm talking about. Okay. He goes in the kitchen. He talks to Dennis. There's a guy at an ice factory who opened a beer, and then he hears spooky voices crying from inside of a box. He opens the box, and he's shocked by the contents of said box. The next morning, Cordelia says that Angel wasn't any fun at the party and that Wesley was way cooler.
I feel like Cordelia was referring to this episode as a whole.
Right. Wesley gets offered a job by Angel because he's broke as a joke. And Cordelia gets a vision of a man being burned alive from the inside. Wesley and Angel go to the ice factory. Angel finds the burnt up corpse and the crate that he was guarding, which now only has ice in it. And then he finds a demon named Tay. And he says that he is from another dimension and he's going to bring back a vessel of pure rage, which has escaped from his realm into LA.
Can I bring up an issue?
I'd love that.
He was from another dimension. So he was from another dimension. And I feel like, not to spoil anything, but season 5 deals with the fact that it is not that easy to hop dimensions. Season 5 of Buffy, excuse me.
Yeah.
Totally
it's gonna spread. We're gonna dimension hop around now. You guys.
Anyway, hashtag acceptance.
Hashtag acceptance.
Hashtag dimensions.
So Angel breaks into the office at the ice factory. He finds an envelope containing an invoice for ice and a whole bunch of cash. He takes the invoice, but not the cash. Dummy. And then some like really hot Asian demon lady shows up and knocks him out. And we find out that she's part of this like group of someone fill us in. I don't care.
Yeah.
She's a group of boobs. She's like a yeah,
you
she's
didn't like this episode. How do we talk about this?
Okay, so it's like these women who, in this other dimension, they are very controlled by their men, and when they come of age, they become like
they clip something,
overwhelmed with sexual power or whatever, and so the men are like, "Yeah, that's not okay. You're not allowed to."
Which that checks out. I
Why
mean,
do they have to be in a jacuzzi?
They're not in jacuzzis. They're in ice baths.
Because they're burning from the inside. That part, just a hashtag acceptance.
They're very hot. They burn from the inside, and they can burn other people from the inside. They are refugees from this other dimension. And the show is not very like. It's clearly like talking about like female genital mutilation. It's clearly like that's what they were going with, and like men controlling women in general, and manipulating them physically so that they suit their needs more.
I understand that. I just feel like the accoutrement, like all the extra-ness of the ice and the this and the that and the jacuzzi and the laying and the thing, and they all have to, and I can't. Why does Bailing get to like frolic about freely and like the other ones are stuck in the labia?
Because she learned to control it.
She's the princess and she controls it. Yeah.
She can control her fire within.
Yes.
Is that saying all women have a fire within?
Yes, and that you're all burn people alive.
We can burn people alive from the inside out.
I mean, that does, based on my experience, it's not far from the truth.
So Bailing is just the best at repressing her own sexuality.
Exactly.
And it all kind of bursts out through the center of her tits.
Well, isn't that exciting?
I will say that Bailing's acting in this is quite good. Like, for it being Bailing, who cannot act. It's quite good.
Bailing.
However, if you ever want to come on the show,
we're gonna ask her to.
just saying.
Bailing, in case you don't know, is a Chinese American actress, and she was in the Crow, I believe, is probably her most famous
Tiger,
credit.
Hidden Dragon.
No, she's not in Crouching Tiger.
You racist.
You might just be racist.
Which one is Bailing?
But she is in Wild Wild West.
Oof.
And she was on Lost.
Wait, what? Who was she on Lost?
She played Bailing, a lost person. No, I'll tell you right now. She played Achara.
She
played Achara in Stranger in a Strange Land, which is where Jack goes to Thailand and meets that girl. It's a whole thing.
Oh, that's a terrible episode.
Awful.
She had cool hair in it, though.
She had amazing hair.
Really cool hair, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Was she in any of the Rush Hour movies?
Nope, that is the girl. That's Zhang Ji from Crouching
Yes.
Tiger.
She's in Playboy, which I highly recommend.
Welcome to Toxic Masculinity, the podcast.
Oh, come on. It's not like, it wasn't from the episode. She had a choice.
Styling she has her own style.
So anyway.
Yes. So Wesley does his research. He realizes that the men of this species are like fierce warriors and that women live enslaved to them and that they don't like it when women aren't enslaved to them. Angel goes.
Every time we hear about fierce warriors, they get their asses kicked like easily. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a thing in like art in general is like a fierce warrior means that they've had to fight. There's just a whole bunch of shit that happens with the men. God, there's a bunch of shit happens. That's how I describe most Angel episodes. Or nothing at all happens, and we have to pretend that it's interesting. Cordy and Wesley take him to the spa. He fights the men. Jahaira walks in. Jahaira. Wesley is being a kiss ass to Angel throughout the episode. For some reason. I'm really not sure why that happened. He just needed a job so bad that he was like...
They seem to be setting him up to be this bumbling idiot.
Yeah.
Which makes his overall arc a little bit better because this is where he's starting and we're going to see where he goes and it gets better. But he's just...
Jewel doesn't believe us, but Wesley gets better.
He will. I mean, like completely different person.
Yeah.
I can't wait until we have a break in this season.
Jahaira comes to Angel's office. Angel tells her like, "You fine? Like I helped you kill all your like men folk, and now please don't murder people in our dimension." And she agrees, and she leaves, and that Angel sees that she like glows red hot, which is kind of interesting. And then Angel stands like completely immobile until she's out of range, and he clearly had the hots for by Ling. He actually says in the episode that she's hot. So like Angel has they're really trying to make Angel not be interested in Buffy anymore. They're making a concerted effort to do so.
To like see
I'm not
other
interested
women.
in Angel anymore either.
Right. So you and Buffy have that in common.
Me and Buffy, we're girl gang.
I assumed that her glowing was that she was attracted to
Yeah, she's horny for Angel.
Yeah.
It's a very horny episode, and like the weird,
but like not in a good way.
No,
Mm.
no, it's not. It's not the best. It's kind of a throwaway episode as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Before we finish this, let's talk about a little bit of trivia. Jahaira's mission is an allusion to ending female genital mutilation because women in some societies undergo the procedure to make them marriageable. Women on and off screen are having the source of sexual arousal removed to control their behavior and ultimately them. Jahaira is skeptical that Angel will understand or even care about her mission because he's a man, and the source of his sexual pleasure is not being removed by his culture. The German title is, God damn it, Die Frauen des Odentals, or the Women of Odental. And the French title is Guerre des Sexes, or War of the Sexes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
So let's do final thoughts and letter rating on the Angel episode She, and we will start with Naomi.
I'm going to give them points for what they were going for. It was not very well executed, but I do give them points for what they were. I don't know how you would do that differently. Let's just say that. That's not an easy subject to turn into an episode of a show that's on network. And so I'll give them like a C, I guess.
BJ.
On this very special episode of Angel.
Female genital mutilation.
Exactly. Okay. Love the dancing. Let me go through this real quick. I love that Angel once again is back to his Batman gizmos. He launched a climbing cable thing.
Mm-hmm.
I also like that cell phones clearly haven't really gotten better in the last 20 years, or however long it's been.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch an entire episode of Angel giving a art tour at a museum.
Yeah, I love that.
Forgot about
Best thing in the
that.
episode.
Yeah.
And then they promptly destroy numerous priceless paintings that are undergoing restoration.
Yes. And
Which I
also,
love.
I like Angel. Which artist was he talking about at the gallery?
I forgot.
But he said that he was taller and way more drunk than
Mhm.
depicted in the photo. Yeah, I enjoyed that too. I thought that I like that stuff about like Angel like talking about actually being old instead of just acting like a teenage girl.
He does read a lot, which tells us something about his character, which we don't really go into often. It was not a good episode, but I have to give it a better grade than it otherwise would have gotten, mostly for just Angel and Wesley dancing, because I schnertzed laughing really hard at that.
What is the schnurz?
Just like laughing out of my nose. I don't know if that's real. Word.
Is that like a technical term?
I have no idea.
Technical term. Look it up.
You
We're gonna Google this.
A friend of mine once used that word. I'm like, I'm using that word from now on. I feel like
it has some negative connotations. I feel like if you schnurz, it's not coming out of here; it's coming out of elsewhere.
Really? Okay.
That is a different thing.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's what I was afraid
of. Even though it really should be like a C-, but it gets pumped up 1 grade for dancing and it gets pumped up 1 grade for the obvious. Both of them.
I think
Wait,
you're
so
both
what did you give it?
at.
He gave it a C-.
C-.
No, it gets a B-.
Oh, a B-.
The C- moved to a C because of the dancing, and the C moved to a B- because of the 2 obvious reasons.
I forgot of all those things that you said, so I'm going to go with actually a C+.
There you go, B-.
Jewel.
It's just stupid. It was just dumb. Like I don't know. I don't know how to articulate it any differently than how were they able to make this episode, and then how were they able to continue making the show and go on to make a series of 5? Like this, someone needed to say, Joss, whoa man. Dial it back, dial it down. Why are we making this show in the first place? Because I'm not sure. I hate it. It was stupid. This episode in particular was real dumb. I know. Absolutely not. And you know what else? Nope.
And what's your letter grade?
D.
Okay.
D for don't make me watch it again.
Did you like instead of Angel, there was like Oz?
D for don't even talk about this episode to me again with genital mutilation, cutting off the girl's back, hot tubs, jacuzzis, whatever cold tubs you're doing. It was not hot tub time machine. It just wasn't. It just was nothing that I wanted to see that day, today, whatever day I watched. I hated it. I hated it so much. Are we going to talk about the next Angel episode, or are we going into Buffy? Because I'd like to maybe comment on the next Angel.
We're going into Buffy. We're doing the next Angel one at 5.
Oh, and the next Buffy one at 5?
Yep.
Great. Maybe I'll be in a better mood.
Okay, we'll see. I also think that this episode is an interesting idea and a terrible execution. I think, like, find your allegories where you can, but diving in too deep like this episode did just makes it... It loses the point. It loses the point because it's a little, like BJ says, it's a little on the nose. It's a little too direct. I would give this episode... Because of that art gallery scene, which I very much enjoyed, because of Bai Ling's acting, which is great for Bai Ling, and the dancing stuff, I'm going to give this episode a C. It's very middling and very forgettable for me. In fact, I did not remember even watching this episode before, and I know I've seen it at least 3 times. So there you go. Which brings us to, hey, we have some ads to do. Jewel, you ready?
Oh, fuck me. Yeah.
And BJ
Brandon,
and Naomi.
Which one we doing?
Hey, let's talk about Buzzsprout.
I love Buzzsprout. Brandon, I can't wait to talk about it. Tell me everything.
So when we decided to launch our podcast, we looked into all different kinds of services, and Buzzsprout is the easiest, most convenient way that we could find to get your podcast live.
You guys, it's hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. You guys know I don't do anything that's not easy, especially technically involved. You like your show can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon. I mean, I could go on. And that's like within minutes of finishing your recording. Because again, like that's time and effort.
And you don't need fancy audio equipment to start your podcast. You just need a microphone, some headphones, and a dream. And when you're ready to upgrade, Buzzsprout actually has these cool guides to like find better equipment at lower prices that you can really like put together a full show. And honestly, like I do this show on my laptop and all over the world. Like this show is incredibly easy to record because of Buzzsprout.
And you'll get great looking podcast website too with audio players that you can drop into other websites, detailed analytics to see how people are listening, tools to promote your episodes. And I mean, Brandon, you tell them about them more because let's be honest, I'm not doing it. You are.
Okay. Well, there's a whole lot more. Like for instance, when you need to fill, when you're like 12 episodes behind on uploading your podcast, you can upload just all the audio files to fill up the space, and then you can go in later and fix things on them, like I do constantly, because I'm very lazy and I never put the episodes up right when we're done. But they're all up now. Buzzsprout believes that podcasting should be accessible to everyone, and their easy-to-use website takes all the guesswork out of recording, posting, promoting, and monetizing your podcast.
Join over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get their message out to the world, including us. Use the link in our show notes to sign up, or go to grrgcast.buzzsprout.com for more information. You know that was a long one. Remember to use the link so Buzzsprout knows that grrgcast sent you, and you'll receive a free $25 Amazon gift card that you're welcome to share with me if you want to, but also you can have it just for yourself. Grrarg.
Hey, we got one more thing to talk about, Jewel, and this is one that I know that you're super excited for.
Oh, this one I do. You guys, okay. For real.
You start this one.
Who needs a closet full of clothes for real? Because I've been going through everything. It's Corona. It's been dark. We've all gone through our closets. You have all this shit that I mean, maybe I shouldn't swear in this, but who needs a closet full of clothes you never wear or are always looking at and you're so bored with when you can rent the runway? With
Rent the Runway, women don't have to spend thousands of dollars and fill up their closet with the latest fashions. You subscribe to Rent the Runway to get today's hottest looks at no additional cost.
Rent the Runway is changing the way we do fashion, ladies. No longer do you have to schlep to the nearest boutique clothing store, deal with the crowds, spend $1,000 on clothes that may not fit, or trying things on in a dressing room, which is, I mean, scarring at best. Only to realize you hate the dress you just bought and brought it home, and now you have to go back and return it. It's a whole schlep, a whole schlemiel, using some Laverne and Shirley words.
Hassenhofer Incorporated.
Rent the Runway empowers women by allowing them to rent unlimited designer clothes for a low monthly membership cost.
Rent the Runway features clothes and accessories from over 700 of today's top designers, including Adidas, Halston, Coach, Marc Jacobs, whoever Cecily Bonson is, Gucci, Christian Siriano, and Vera Wang.
We know we love some Siriano and some Wang.
We all love Wang. This is a podcast that loves Wang.
Rent the Runway is not going to send you a box full of random stuff. Pick the styles you actually want. Whether or not the new items you want are delivered to you never mind.
Try that again. How about whether you want new items delivered to your door every week or you're looking for a monthly wardrobe pick-me-up, what and how you rent is entirely up to you.
Up to you. All items will arrive dry cleaned, sterilized, and ready to wear in a reusable garment bag. Thank you, COVID. Use the link provided in the show notes to sign up, and you'll get $30 off your first order. Don't forget, don't shop for fashion. Rent the runway. And we're going to say that together.
Wait, I should interject. Yes. As some of you may recall, I have a ex-wife who is far too fabulously stylish and attractive for me, and she saved me a lot of money by using Rent the Runway.
Nice.
I know. I do it for shows. When I have to do like a red carpet event, I rent it because send it right back, man. Except when I did the Oscars, I wore a tuxedo.
As Amy points out, #WangGang.
Girl.
And Alice thinks that we should all marry each other in Vera Wang gowns. I'm
down with it.
I don't want to do that. Thank you for the offer, Dr. Alice. I'm just going to pass.
Brandy and I will wear the gowns.
Yeah, I'm happy to. Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed doing those ad reads live. Well, let's keep doing them. I don't have any more for today, but another time. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to talk about, as soon as I find my notes again.
You guys, I have a stripe. Do I look mysterious? Do I look like I'm on Angel?
You have a
you do. A bad guy of the week on Angel.
I'm the bad guy of the
week
on Angel.
Oh my God, are you Jahaira?
I hope it doesn't give you a migraine.
How are you doing? Oh my God.
Jahaira, are you doing?
I also have things on my face.
Our next episode we're going to talk about is the Buffy episode, The I in Team. Buffy's friends become hurt and concerned when her involvement with Riley and the initiative becomes more intense. Meanwhile, Professor Walsh sends the Slayer on a mission that brings her close to revealing a dangerous secret. The episode starts with the gang, like they're all playing poker. They're talking about Xander has joined like an MLM thing to sell like candy bars or energy bars.
I know, right? Isn't that exciting?
Xander has joined Young Living. Yeah. And Buffy goes and she's doing tests with Professor Walsh. She's passing the tests like with flying colors. Buffy's all like bragging to her friends about what a great night she had, and they're like, "Oh, we played poker, and Anya's a capitalist," which they don't like.
What does that even mean? I didn't.
Well, Anya's whole thing is like
she's obsessed with money.
Anya becomes an uber capitalist.
Yeah,
Anya loves money. In fact, in a later episode, they play the game of life, and she tries to sell the children for more money. So, they all plan to go meet at the Bronze. Giles goes to Spike at his new crypt and gives Spike the money that he promised to pay him for helping him when he was a demon in last week's episode, which was very honorable of Giles. Spike tries to make it clear that he doesn't want to help them anymore. Riley takes Buffy back to the initiative. Buffy's given the tour of the facility, and then she's basically made a member of their team. Tara goes to give a crystal to Willow, but Willow doesn't want to accept it because it's Tara's family heirloom. Professor Walsh goes into room 314 and talks to Dr. Engelman. Professor Walsh checks up on her special project, a part demon, part human creature named Adam. Now, Adam is how would you guys describe Adam?
Ugly.
The Terminator meets that idiot from season 1, the football player who wanted to turn a girlfriend. That guy.
Season 2. Yeah.
2, whatever the season was where the dead guy tried to tried to kill it. I don't care.
Where they tried to cut off Cordelia's head.
That episode was called Some Assembly Required.
Mm-hmm.
Some assembly required, but also question. Why was Adam part metal?
Because he's part machine too.
Yeah. So
he's a demon machine.
Human. He's got parts of demons, machine, and human.
Yeah.
All mixed together. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Adam so far, Jewel?
She hates him.
I think this is the stupidest storyline I've ever seen. Obviously. I thought the Riley thing was fantastic. But what I don't understand, I think what is just throwing me off again, where are the vampires? This is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Why am I seeing 12 kinds of demons, a special ops team? Where are the vampires? Spike can't be the only one left. Did they all leave and go to Angel? Then again, he's not dealing with vampires either. He's dealing with ogres and whatever those Jahitsu. What is her name? What were they called?
Jahaira.
The last vampire we dealt with was Hawkeye, right? Wasn't that the last?
Yeah.
Angel, yeah.
I'm just saying, the show has a title for a reason.
Well, okay, fine.
Why?
But the intro of the show from the beginning has said that she alone must stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness.
That's fine. Appreciated.
It would be a very long title. It would be a very long title. It was Buffy the Vampires, Demons, and Forces of Darkness Slayer.
I just feel like there is an excess of demon and not enough vampire. I mean, let's find a balance.
I mean, that's fair. There's a lot of demons in Adam. He's just a mix of a whole heap of demons.
I don't think that's a great one. I think this was a terrible storyline. I just think it was just not a great idea. They had potential for this to really be a great storyline, and then it was just
Well, but you haven't seen it all yet. I mean, you know, more is like we only just met Adam. You don't know what the full.
I don't want to fuck with Adam. I don't like Adam.
Yeah, nobody does because he's a killing machine.
Yeah.
He killed his mommy.
I'm just saying, bitch had it coming. But like, listen,
Yeah, I agree.
The O.J. Simpson defense.
I just don't feel like I just feel like this episode was.
Joel, I'm actually with you on this. Adam to me feels like a cop out of a character. It's
exactly like where is the rest of the thought behind it? It was kind of like, and
that being said, of all the Buffy cast members that I've met at conventions or wherever, George Hertzberg, who plays Adam, is one of the nicest.
There's really more to talk about Adam in the next episode. We're kind of
I mean, we barely experienced him yet, so
but this is how I feel. I'm just saying with the whole Adam thing, I just feel like they could have done so much more. Yes, they were taking like parts of like scary demons to make a scary superhuman man who was going to do what? Like, is his goal?
Well,
to
you don't know yet.
So
I mean, we barely
do much more.
So yeah, they're gonna do much more. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Patience, young one. Patience.
We'll get to it. I promise. So Buffy.
I feel like he could have been a character on Temple. What is it? Legends of the Hidden Temple. I feel like he was an
Afraid of the Dark. Yeah.
No, I don't even feel like it's an Are You Afraid of the Dark thing. I think this is like an aggro crag moment where like someone like pops out and like so the temple guard grabs you. That's what Adam looks like to me.
So Buffy is like super chummy with the initiative now. Forrest, Riley's coworker / roommate / definitely has a crush on him. Is like kicked off the team and Buffy takes his spot and he's all pissy about it because he's a little bitch. I mean, I like him.
Only black character too. It's very disappointing.
Yeah.
That's not a great storyline.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
Pick one of the idiots in the front. I liked Forrest.
They see Spike and they put a tracer on him so they can see where he is.
They shot him with it.
Buffy and Riley fight a demon together and then they go bang. And Professor Walsh watches them bang from a secret camera in Riley's room.
That was disgusting.
So creepy.
So
creepy. I mean, on so many levels, including
and
the
then
fact
when she
that
makes
they call
mention,
her mother.
Disgusting.
I kind of like Maggie Walsh. I know that she's not a very popular character, but I kind of like the purpose that she served, and I like that weird like obsessed with Riley like pseudo-sexual mother-son relationship grossness. I thought it was played to pretty good effect on the show.
We're going to talk about next episode on that.
Yes. So Spike goes to Giles for help, and Giles makes him pay him for the help, which is very funny. Buffy sees Riley in bed by her side when she wakes up. They talk. Buffy asks about 314.
She's surprised to see him there. She was surprised to see him.
First time
that was an echo back to Parker.
Oh, totally.
I do think it's the first time they had sex.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Buffy asks about 314, which is something that she was told about in the last episode.
And then the phone rings because
immediately
bitch is watching.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And it's Professor Walsh. She's asking for help. So they go down there, but Walsh is talking with the doctor and decides that it's time to get rid of Buffy. Giles tries to take the tracer out of Spike's shoulder. Buffy gets back to her dorm room and Willow is returning from the night out. And she has the crystal that she refused to accept from Tara.
Did she?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't notice.
So she accepted it. She took her crystal, literally and figuratively.
Is that what we're calling it now, a crystal?
That's what I'm calling it. I'm calling it today.
Yeah.
No, I'm not wrong. Let's be honest, I am not wrong.
Buffy is beeped by the initiative, which is something that won't mean anything to anyone under the age of 30.
I always wanted a beeper. I never had one.
I didn't either. She gets beeped by the initiative and she's sent on a new mission to find a Class 3 creature and send a picture back to Maggie Walsh. She's told it won't be an easy mission. She puts on a microphone and a camera and a heart monitor. And it turns out that it's a trap. And there's some very large demons who both have weapons.
Hi, heart monitor on your ear.
Well, you know. The doors slam shut. They trap Buffy. She tries to use the gun that Professor Walsh gave her, but it's defective. And Riley is sent with a different team to find Hostile 17. So as far as Professor Walsh is concerned, like, she's going to kill Buffy in this episode.
Yeah, Buffy's going to be offed by her now slave demons.
Yeah.
Her pet.
Willow does a spell to mask the tracer signal, and Spike is passed out because he drank too much. Giles,
because he was trying to numb the pain.
I have to interject that the hair in the ionizing the atmosphere thing, that as a hairstylist, that would have been really fun to style that hair.
Yeah.
But I also would have been mad because it would be a lot of work, and then they only show it for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giles finally
and then
gets
they destroy it.
Yeah, he gets the tracer out. He flushes it down the toilet, so when they're tracing him, they see the thing go really quickly underneath them in the street because it's in the pipes.
Which is reminiscent of a scene in Aliens, Brandon's favorite movie.
Oh. But yes.
Yes.
Oh, another stupid movie.
And aliens are like in the room, but it turns out they're in the ceiling.
Ew.
Huh.
So Buffy fights the two demons. Professor Walsh is watching and monitoring her heart rate and stuff. She fights, and Buffy drops the heart monitor on the ground. Riley gets back, and Professor Walsh is like, "I'm so sorry. She got ambushed. She's dead." And then I actually really like this scene a lot.
I love this scene.
Yeah, when Buffy picks up the camera and looks right at it, and she's like, "Your little recon mission turned out to be a trap. Whatever. If you want to kill me, it's going to take a lot more than that."
Yeah, you really don't know what a Slayer is.
Exactly.
You hear what I say, you're gonna find out.
When she said that, I could see Jewel in my head going, "Yep." I could see it.
And of course, I'm reminded of Rambo. Does anybody remember that?
No.
No, well, he's, whatever. He got screwed by the guy who sent him out there, and he also gets on the mic and, "Murdoch, I'm coming for you." Oh, wonderful. Oof. Chills.
You need, BJ, you need more straight male friends. That you could talk to about Rambo and aliens. So Riley is all pissed off, and he starts to leave, and and Professor Walsh is pleading that he comes back. Buffy goes back to Giles' place. She's pissed off at the initiative. And then we see Walsh go into room 314, and we see Adam. She is talking about what she's going to do with Buffy, and then she gets stabbed right through the chest.
What was that again, Brandon?
Pretty good CG effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we find out that the initiative has not only been running tests, but they've been using various body parts from demons to build Adam. He wakes up, he spears Professor Walsh, and he says, "Mommy."
Disgusting.
End of episode. Gross. Excellent. End of episode. Before we get to our final thoughts, let's talk. I don't have any trivia, but I do have some foreign language titles.
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay. The Czech title
foreign?
They're very foreign.
Czech.
The Czech title is Timova Prace, or Teamwork.
No.
The Finnish title is Hui Pui Sklio.
Yes.
Or Top
Say it again.
Individual.
Say it again.
Hui
Top
Pui
individual? Is that what you said?
Top Individual.
That's
Hui Pui Xilo.
Hui Pui Silo.
Yes. The French title is Piégé, or Trapped.
No.
The German title, I love this, is Schein und Sein, Appearance and Reality.
No, Hui Pui is the best one.
We got a couple more. The Italian title is Il Cianello, or The Trap.
Yeah.
The Polish title is Ja tu dowodzi, or I'm in charge here.
I like that.
The Portuguese title is Meu papel no equipe, or My Role in the Team. I don't know why it sounded French. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't write it. And last but not least, the Romanian title is Eu din echipa, or I'm in the team.
Are you though?
I feel like the trap, it kind of gives away the ending.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like it's a very small part of the episode.
I'm gonna go with my favorite foreign title being Schein und Sein, or
no, it's Hui Pui Spilda.
Hui Pui Skilo.
That
Top
too.
Individual.
Brandon just likes the German because he always likes to sound angry.
I do. Schein und Sein. Gesundheit.
Oh, bless
That was
you.
Thank you.
That was
Okay.
adorable.
I know.
So
I sneezed like a child.
Let's knock out our final thoughts on this episode. This time we'll start with Jewel Rocket Rose.
Oh, thank you. I didn't hate this. I didn't like it, but I'm a little disappointed in, this because I've been Team Riley the entire time. And obviously it's just continuing with the fact that I have terrible taste in men, obviously, because Riley was my favorite.
Riley's done nothing wrong.
Poor Riley. No,
But he's done nothing
he works
wrong.
for a corrupt organization. He's taking the drugs, and
But remember, he signed on
brainwashed.
without asking any questions, so he doesn't know that it's corrupt.
well, he's an idiot. He should have asked someone some questions.
Well, I agree.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Obviously, terrible taste because that's an awful mistake to make. Now Buffy's in for the
How the
long
military
haul.
works.
Well, that's not for me.
No, I agree with you.
They would never let me in the military. First
Me
of all, I
neither.
asked way too many questions.
no.
Second of all, I'm going to talk back. And third, I'm not running.
Right.
I'm not running for you. I'm not running for anyone else. I will run to pee, I'll run to go to the bathroom. I will run for a sale, and I will run away from someone. That is the extent of my running ability. So,
Joel, what's your letter grade on this one?
My letter grade, you know what, Brandon? Sometimes you just have to talk about something else because it wasn't a great episode and the whole storyline wasn't fantastic, but I'm going to give it a C-.
Ouch.
Okay, Naomi.
This episode moves the plot forward quite a bit for season arc. It had great moments. I love that scene at the end with Buffy on the thing and that whole thing. I love that. You know, the thing and the thing.
Yeah.
I love that.
I don't like the thing.
I love her like telling Walsh, like, basically, I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing was good. That was a good
Yeah,
thing.
it was good. It was good. I kind of
Fine, that thing is all right. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that was a good thing. I
As
kind
things
of
go,
like
it's
the
not bad.
side story with the whole tracker. I mean, like, it wasn't that. I don't know. I kind of liked it. I don't know, like Spike's all drunk and whatever. It's good times.
It wasn't enough Spike.
It was all right. I don't know. I guess like a B- maybe, because like there's a lot of way better episodes, but it had good moments and it is an important, in the series season arc.
I agree. BJ.
This was a busy episode. A lot went on. I like that clearly Anya spanks Xander. I like that there was a reference to the classic Goldie Hawn film Private Benjamin. That was like, how many people knew about that one?
It's a great movie.
I really liked Walsh's demise. There was a whole lot in this that individually I liked, but the episode as a whole didn't really grab me. But still, I thought that many of the individual points worked quite well. I actually was not as enthused with Buffy's little speech into the mic at the end because I thought she was a little too flip about it. A little too, yay, I'm going to come kick your ass. It was like, whatever. All in all, I will also give it a B-.
All right. I enjoy this episode. I like the stuff. I mean, this is like where I start to hate Riley, to be honest with you. Like, this is, but not really this episode so much as the next one. But this is really where like that relationship between Riley and Walsh gets super creepy. And like, I liked Lindsay Krause as Walsh. I thought she's a pretty good actress. And I thought that she delivered in this episode for sure. I am going to give this episode a C+. It has some great moments, but it's mostly forgettable. But not as bad as the next one.
I had to watch the next one twice because I missed a large portion of it.
Great. So anyway, that's what we thought. Please put your ratings in the comments if you're watching this live. Before we go, there's a couple quick things we have to talk about. We have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/GoArdcast. It's $5 a month, and you can join our very private, very special Facebook. Very private sounds like we're posting dirty things. We're not.
No.
I'm going to change my background, speaking of dirty things.
We have a regular private. Wait, what? We have a private Facebook group where we talk about all kinds of things, including desserts and mental health issues and all kinds of various things.
And I'll be posting my look in a tuxedo.
And she'll be
Please
posting her
do.
look in a tuxedo. So we have that. It's like I said, $5 a month, and you can come and co-host with us, and you get access to all of our full-length interviews and things like that.
There are so many more coming up of those, you guys. Get ready.
We're running with our Wonder Falls podcast, Bobbing Along. If you haven't seen Wonder Falls, I have to sneeze. I'm back.
Bless you. Is it Corona?
No, it's just a sneeze. Coronas aren't sneezes. He's
in my house. We're going to go with that.
Right. Wonder Falls. We have a Wonder Falls podcast, Bobbing Along. December 1st, we start our West Wing podcast, Walk in the Halls, where we'll have different guests from the political world and the world of the TV show The West Wing. On January 1st, we launch 2 new podcasts. We have Eat the Rude, which is a Hannibal podcast about the TV show Hannibal and all things associated with such. And we have another podcast that Joel and I are very excited to launch. That is a
I don't know
90s
what that
podcast.
is, but I did it.
Our 90s podcast.
I feel like that was very 90s to what I did.
Yes, we're launching a 90s podcast, and keep an eye out for that because we're going to have some amazing guests.
Guys.
Our first 2 guests are Meredith Brooks, who sang the song Bitch.
I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a
perfect. And Billy Myers, who sang Kiss the Rain and did the soundtrack to the movie Down to
Kiss
You.
the Rain.
Yep, that's the one. So anywho, listen to those. Keep an eye out for those. We will be back. Actually, we're doing a double episode today. So in an hour and 8 minutes, we'll be back to cover our next 2 episodes. Naomi will not be joining us for that, but we have 2 very special, wonderful, fun friends that are going to come on this one. So thanks, Naomi, for everything. And thanks for coming on again.
Grog.
That was you, Naomi.
Naomi looks very confused.
And
she's frozen.
And we've lost Naomi. But thanks, BJ. Jules, see you in a bit. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Arg.
Arg.